Good morning, good life. Welcome back to Amy TV, where we come together to help you go after the life you want. And this is a new series I'm calling The Freedom Five. I have heard so many of you loud and clear. You want the details about going after the life that you want, especially when it comes to taking a part-time passion and turning it into full-time freedom. I just love helping people out with this, so that was the direct motivation for starting this little segment of the channel, so I hope you're looking forward to it. Even more exciting, the very special mega announcement that I have at the end of this video. So stay tuned. Yes, does anyone else need a manicure as much as I do? Oh my God. This episode of The Freedom Five is dedicated to 5 side hustles that you can start while working from home. So if you're trying to make money without actually having to leave the house, this one's for you. If you love videos like this and you would like to see more of the Freedom Five in the future, make sure you hit the like button so that I know we are on the right track and that we need to make more of these. All right, here are 5 side hustles you can do while working from home. Starting with number 1, sell your clothing and accessories online. There are literally so many places that you can do this. You've probably heard of them, you've probably shopped them before, and this is just a little reminder that they still exist. From eBay to Amazon, you can list your stuff pretty much anywhere. I prefer in this particular area of like apparel and dresses and shoes and jewelry to go to Poshmark. So I actually have a Poshmark store, and whenever I have something that was previously loved but no longer fits in the closet anymore, I send it for a new home in a listing on Poshmark. This is not only a great way to make a little bit of money, but it's amazing for sustainability and just making sure that we are not being wasteful. You might also like this approach from one of my team members at GATLUW House. Megan has a side hustle where she goes to shop the really cool secondhand shops locally so that she can pick out her favorite finds and put them on her stores on both the Depop app and Instagram. This is then about so much more than just your own stuff and reselling your own stuff. You're actually able to kind of make this really fun hobby out of the side hustle where you get to be the curator of these different looks on your online store. The pro tip for success in this particular side hustle is to pick a niche or like a genre of types of things that you sell. Megan specifically shops for things that are 80s, 90s vintage, so that if people are interested in that particular type of clothing or accessory, she becomes a very easy account to follow and potentially buy from. If fashion isn't really your thing, then maybe you'll like side hustle number 2, and that's to sell your skills on Fiverr.com. Fiverr is this crazy awesome random place where things cost $5. But it's actually kind of come a long way over the years, and you can now charge more than $5 for different things, different services. While charging $5 to do something doesn't sound like a great way to make money, you're right. However, if you're trying to get into a field and you're not an expert yet and you don't have any experience, it's an amazing way to get that experience and build your portfolio and ultimately charge more. Some of the services that you can sell on Fiverr include voiceover opportunities, creating a website, designing a logo, doing manual translations, and there is so much more. Pretty much if you can think of anything you wish somebody else would do for you, you can probably do it or charge for it on Fiverr. The pro tip here is if you're gonna start doing things on Fiverr, really pick a vertical and do a lot of those things so that you can get a lot of reviews from your customers and start to build up that portfolio so you can continue to charge more and also actually be found more often in search for what you do on the site. Everyone wants to see your ratings. They want to know that you do great work, even if it only costs them $5. Hey, did your ears perk up when I said voiceover opportunity? Then you might like number 3, and that is to record audiobooks. You can actually be paid to be the narrator. You don't even have to write a book. You can be the narrator of an audiobook through companies like ACX. ACX actually handles all of the audiobook publication and production for Audible books. All you have to do is create a profile as a narrator and start to practice. Add some samples of your voice and see what types of people, different authors, different projects, find that they like the way you sound so that you can read for them. You could end up being credited as the narrator for a massive bestseller. The pro tip here is you're definitely going to want to invest in a little bit of audio equipment so that your beautiful voice can come through as effectively and as crisply as possible. So definitely pay attention to the tech requirements space of ACX or any audiobook recording company, because they will tell you exactly what they need in order for you to be successful at what you do. My fourth side hustle you can do from home is to start a recommendations blog and start referring people to affiliate sales links. This all sounds very complicated, but it is in fact really easy. You get to talk about all the things that you love, hopefully in a particular area, so that people will potentially buy or try or use those things and you get a little kickback for it. It's really simple if you're already the go-to person when people are like, what should I be reading right now? What should I be wearing right now? Or what should I be using for my business right now? Probably the easiest barrier to entry is the Amazon affiliate program. If you find yourself liking lots of different things and knickknacks and tools and books and lots of stuff, then you can sign up for their program. And usually if you like something and you want to share it with someone, there's a way to generate an Amazon affiliate link for it. The pro tip here is if you don't necessarily want to start a blog, or you want to start really soon and you don't know how long it's going to take for you to get that website live because you haven't paid somebody at Fiverr to do it for you yet, you can be just as effective with this by starting a niche Instagram account. So like we've done with Shine Squad Secrets, where I curate all my favorite things, you can just shop those things and not have all kinds of other content in the way by just going straight to that Instagram account. So if you're curating a list of recommendations in beauty or in tech or in one particular area, you can easily just create a social account to direct people and send them to an Amazon store that is affiliate linked that will work just as effectively. I highly recommend both. You're definitely safer on the affiliate side of things when you're doing it from your own website, not from someone else's. You need to be really careful and follow the rules legally on what you're allowed to do with affiliate links on social networks, but still a very effective way to get awareness. And my fifth side hustle that you can absolutely do from home is become a paid expert. This is the side hustle I'm the most familiar with because it's my real life. I did this as a side hustle 10 years ago and it became my full-time freedom. Look at me, I'm an expert in my house. This one does obviously take some time, because in order for somebody to call you a specialist or an expert, which I still use those terms very loosely when referring to myself, you have to put in the time and get the credibility for it and really prove you know what you're talking about. But for those people who are trying to build a side hustle for the long haul that could potentially be their full-time gig and also be location independent and potentially very lucrative, this is a great one. The most important thing is that you are a generous genius. Do not keep the things you know to yourself. Share them with the world. Be as helpful as possible. Make sure you're really clear what your message is and who you help the best. The pro tip here is for you to pick at least one platform where you plan to be very generous as the genius you are for free. Why? Because if your YouTube videos are so good, people love to watch them, or your LinkedIn posts are so helpful, people never miss them. The ones that want to level up and really engage with you to potentially work together on what you're good at are going to be very interesting in paying for what you'll do next. What we can do in these platforms only goes so far. The experience as a coach or a consultant is very much more immersive, and people will get more for their money. So do not be afraid to share a lot of information online, but do it really well in one space so you're not spreading yourself too thin. All right, those are 5 side hustles that you can absolutely do while working from home. What did you think of them? Any you want to try today? Leave that in the comments below, or let me know if you would like to see more examples on the Freedom 5. Speaking of more examples, that leads me to my big announcement for the day. Didn't go as planned. You know, the mission of everything we do here is to help you go after the life you want. As a matter of fact, it's the mission in absolutely everything that I do. And I do a lot of things, and I want to bring all of those things into one place to be your #1 source for success and productive lifestyle advice, especially as it pertains to finding financial freedom for yourself. With that, I would like to introduce you to GATLUW.com, the home of all things going after the life you want. You'll find information about everything from Amy TV to the Detail Therapy podcast, even exclusive content on the blog. You'll also be able to download totally for free my freedom guidebook, the GATLUW Success System, which walks you through how I became my own boss to be able to go after the life I want. And if you're really ready to dive straight into all of this, you definitely want to check out the GATLUW Society. I'll be sharing more details about this very soon. This is something we've been wanting to do for so long, and suddenly with all of this working from home we've been doing lately, we found the time. And it seems a really good time for people to be able to go somewhere to brighten their day. So if you're as excited about GATLUW.com as I am, here's what I want you to do. We are going to have an empowering message to help you start your day on your terms every single day at the top of GATLUW.com. To make sure you don't miss it, save GATLUW.com as your homepage on your favorite browser. So you will definitely have the words of wisdom that you need to go after the life you want every single day. By the way, if you do save it as your home browser, please snap an Instagram story and share it with me at Schmatastic so that I can give you a shout out and send you all of the virtual hugs, since we're not allowed to hug each other anyway right now. They gotta be virtual. Thank you so much for continuing to send me your ideas, your desires, and everything that continues to build the GATLUW mission. I think that this space is going to be really amazing for all of us coming together in so many different ways to accomplish really big things. That's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Make sure you subscribe for good vibes, kiss the ones you love, and go after the life you want. Cheers. Shout out to the birds who are like squawking today. Spring is coming. Honk. Somebody honked. Honk.